Camera one, rolling. Camera two, rolling. Rolling. Tommy, Alan, Werner, take one. Oracle as a second part of science-inspired trilogy is as well some kind of continuation, as we started with Quanta, which is happening just before the Second World War in 1938. In case of Oracle, we have chosen 1941, so the moment when the Enigma code is broken by Alan Turing, and his very personal dream as well of some form of intelligence or existence which could be separated from the biological body. Much more personal project which needs to lead to something and which on the way.
As we started to dig into this topic, this cloud was getting bigger and bigger. So I think that although this historical moment of Bletchley Park and inventing the first computer was a spark, was the initial point for our work, then the more contemporary subjects came. I think there is a lot of stories that we found. There were so many women who were working in this topic, which is like thought that it is a topic or very masculinized topic, which is not true. So the history needs to be somehow retold with different voices, and I think that we have a really big privilege to create this story by using historical facts, but maybe try to find holes in the narration that could be retold or that could be fulfilled in another way. There are a lot of elements of the story of Turing that are intriguing. What could be the motor for his desires, for his dreams, for his work in Bletchley, for his desire to go into contact with the machine?
In Oracle, we are going for swing dances. This is the Second World War time, and I just came up with this idea that we will speed up and we'll just go into jive for a beautiful social dance. The movement is swingy, kind of, very vivid. We'll just bring it back to the contemporary times. We are working with some specific, very detailed qualities of movement that would be suitable for the camera and for the big close-ups that we use in the piece. So we work a lot with slow motion, with reversing the movement, with still frames, with symmetry, with building up the image. It's not just moving people, it's also moving images, moving set, moving people according to the set, to the audience, to the dramaturgy of the piece. It's quite a complex approach to choreography.
I was digging into 40s fashion and also about how to depict people who work there and who are not glam fashion, more like workwear 40s. I tried to make a connection also to the aesthetics of something digital in a very, very easy way, and so I somehow decided to use a lot of the Glen check patterns, like everything which has squares, to somehow connect this geometry of digital structure, like a very logic structure, and to connect it with this British pattern, and also it was very popular in 40s. I also work in movies, so I'm quite used to using this kind of frame and to have details on the collar or on the shoulders, and to think about that this part of the costume is like beautiful in the camera, but it's also about contrast and about lights and about colors.
Ladies and gentlemen, like the situation, our conversation completely forgot The choreography of the set lead a lot of aspects to the play. So the movement of the play, the dynamic of the play, the environment and the possibility to have different space. It drives the acting, it's driving the dramaturgy in different areas. There is not only just this raw, naked architecture, but there is also a lot of light implementation inside. So video, light and architecture are mixed together. For me, it's very important to create some space that can work by itself, meaning that we could watch only movement of the scenography and be a little bit independent of actings and actors.
Theater and this hybrid form, how we call it, I believe has much more possibilities of building multi-layered narrations. We're using live video techniques. We can build up multimedia performances which are somewhere in between theater and video art and as well concert, and like we are feeding on really a lot of forms of art in order to deliver some kind of experience which in the end is unique in its language, which is very multidimensional.
Well,